Have you ever studied for hours and can't remember anything during the test? You are not lazy. You might just be using methods that actually don't help you understand and assimilate easily. I'll be sharing study habits that helped many students learn more, remember more, and avoid last minute cramming. I'm confident, and on this channel we talk about admission, student life, and productivity. The first tip on my list is study in short and focused sections. Don't try to study for straight 5 hours. Stop trying to study for hours at a go without taking breaks. Please take breaks between sections. It helps your brain to cool. When it comes to academic, you have to make sure that you understand every bit of what you are reading. You are not reading a newspaper or a storybook, so you should be able to understand every sentence, what every sentence means. If you have any issues with any vocabulary, you can feel free to use the dictionary. So reading at a go is not advisable. Take breaks, try to reflect on whatever you are reading so that you understand the sentences. 2. Stop reading passively. Instead of reading a page over and over again, after reading, try to close the book and explain what you have read. And if you can't explain it, it means that you have not understood what you are reading enough. The third on my list is read consistently instead of cramming. Most students, when they're having a test or an exam, they prefer to memorize and cram what they are not even sure is going to come out in the exam. I think I'll use myself as an instance. I once knew how to cram. In my primary school, I could cram perfectly, but when I entered secondary school, I don't know, it wasn't working for me at all. So I prefer to understand the definition or anything I'm reading. I prefer to understand it. Then I define it in my own way, and that is why when you ask me a particular definition of something, there'll be a slight difference in the definitions. Like if you ask me 2 different times or 3 different times, you will notice there's a slight or even more than a slight difference in the definition. Why? Because I defined it based on how I understand what you asked me. So I just gave the definition in a very raw and natural way because I already know what I'm saying. I don't have a memorized audio in my head that will just read out to you. So it's better to understand what you are reading so you know what you are doing even in the exam hall. And the one benefit of this is that you know how to explain it better. You cannot explain something that you just crammed. You don't know, you cannot explain what you don't understand. You can just cram and photocopy inside the paper, and that is not advisable for students. The fourth one is follow the pattern that works best for you. Do what works for you. Don't follow the crowd. Not because a particular person loves studying at night, then you join to study at night because the person said night works for him or her. People can be different. Most students will sleep off while trying to study at night. Most students, morning work best for them because at that time their brain is already cooled. They're just starting the day. It's just like a refresh. Their brain is already refreshed, so they feel like anything they put in there at that time will stick. And that is my best time to read because at the early hours of the day, I'm so calm. I'm so energized to take in anything into my brain. So after reading, I try to recap anything I've read that morning throughout my day. And also, why do you think math is best learned in the morning? Because at that time, the brain is not stressed. Mind you, I'm not saying you must study in the morning. Remember, I said do what works best for you. If you prefer studying in the morning, you do it. If you prefer studying in the night, you do it. If you prefer studying alone, fine. Most people prefer group studying. Most people prefer studying alone. So do anything that works best for you. Only just to retain what you have read, have the knowledge, and pass your exams. Number 5 is to avoid distractions. If your phone is your distraction, please take it very far away from you. Or if you don't want to, you can turn it off. Mostly because of calls and notification. Not necessarily calls because I know some calls might be important, but some notifications can drift you away from what you are doing. Some can be so tempting. Have you ever wondered why using phone in church is not advised, because you might be saying you are using your phone as a Bible, but some notifications can distract you. So that's the reason. And it also applies to reading. The next tip is practice with question. Comes with a kind of temptation. So it's better you put the phone away. While reading, it is advisable to practice questions relating to what you are reading. This helps you to store the information or what you have read so efficiently, because your brain is working on it in a more practical base. So you help to on it helps you to understand it more better and to retain it more easily.
The last tip on my list is get enough sleep.
Many students think staying up all night is indeed very productive, but they really need to know that getting enough sleep helps them store what they have learned so easily. It makes the brain to cool and makes you more refreshed. So stay up all night from night to morning reading just because you want to read at night. While during the daytime you are up again doing one or two, going to class, it's already too hectic. The night is for sleep. And guess what? Sleep, you can't cheat sleep. If you don't give that sleep what it needs, or if you don't agree to sleep in the night, it will still catch up with you somewhere else. Maybe during classes, and you'll obviously be missing in your class. You while they are teaching, you are sleeping. So don't you think it's better to study for some time and sleep also for some time? Remember, having good grades is not about studying the hardest, it's about studying the smartest. Which of these tips will you be using? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.